What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got a clip coming from The View, aka The Spew, guys. You know I don't like to do this, but we have to because they continue to cover Trump and what's going on in his life, guys. Today we got Joy Behar and the Rowdy Crew going on and weighing in on the whole Trump case up in New York, the civil fraud case with Letitia James, Arthur Engeron. And they have some very foolish statements to make, guys. I'm excited to check out this clip and see how they made a fool of themselves today. So we're going to get straight into the clip, and I'll get my thoughts on the back end, guys. So definitely stick around to the end so we get my thoughts on the back end, guys. But let's jump straight into it, guys. Before we even do that, though, make sure you guys smash that like button. It does not cost a thing. Hit that like button for your boy. Also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
I'm going to explain why we cover The View, and they actually talk about why they cover Trump so much, because this is how politics are won or lost. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where all the happy patriots are. I'm just a comic book guy who does the news for entertainment, and I'm trying to make you smile just a little bit. If you do smile a little bit, you should subscribe.
Oh, Donald Trump, remember him? He has so many trials and court cases to keep up with, but let's focus on this one because it's the only, it's only an hour show.
This is how that Letitia James New York suit has made its way all the way into mainstream media, because The View is mainstream.
There's no question about Letitia James, the corrupt Attorney General of New York. It's a witch hunt in the truest sense of the word. It's election interference. It's all a conspiracy. See, my legal issues, every one of them, everyone, civil and the criminal ones, are all set up by Joe Biden, crooked Joe Biden. These are all set up by Biden and the Democrats. This is their new form of cheating.
It's Biden.
I am happy that The View showed that long string of quotes from Trump just to get the truth out.
So threats of political violence are skyrocketing already. And yesterday, this judge, Engeron, received a bomb threat before he got to the court. This is what's going on in the country right now.
Judge Engeron, that's Letitia James's guy. He did get a bomb threat, but we don't know who it's from. They're always implying that violence comes from the right and threats come from the right. And most violence threats, and when violence happens, it's almost always from the left. We don't know why the bomb threat, it could have been because Engeron was Jewish or something, and one of these Palestinian guys came in and did a bomb threat, all of which are Democrat leftists, where Jews' lives are in danger in New York right now because of leftists, not because of right-wingers. And right-wingers, they have their anti-Semitism and their violence too. I'm not denying that, but they will not mention that Marjorie Taylor Greene was swatted and her family was swatted. Her daughters were swatted. Family members of the right-winger swatted. And so it goes both ways. It's people are going crazy. They're also going to blame it on Trump coming. They blamed it on Trump coming up the elevator, but something else actually happened that really shows the uptick in violence, and it's the Black Lives Matter riots.
We never heard this. We never heard this before. During Obama's, for 8 years, we never heard about this. Even George Bush, who was not popular with a lot of people, never heard this.
And then came the Black Lives Matter riots, where 25 policemen lost their lives. Billions of dollars worth of damage, Wendy's set on fire. They pretend like you don't know that that existed, that there were thousands and thousands of people marching and rioting and tearing businesses apart, shut down whole communities, Antifa taking over cities in Portland and Seattle, Washington. They're pretending like you didn't see all of that. They're pretending like it's just a sea of right-wingers with torches. No. Tiny, tiny groups of psychotic right-wingers do violence. By far, the radicals are the left.
Someone like that lacks impulse control should be nowhere near nuclear numbers, right? Nuclear codes.
I'm only saying that the guy that has access to the nuclear codes now has a lack of bladder control.
And I also want to mention, yes, there was this bomb threat, but right now there's no connection between Trump and the bomb threat, right? So I want to make sure that we don't get ourselves into trouble.
Thank you for clarifying that. Just because what you're implying all of this time is false.
But this rise in political violence has been somewhat connected to Trump in other instances, because if you look at all of his other cases, you have
she couldn't come up with one because it has nothing to do with Trump.
Donald Trump is running for president to stay out of jail, just hands down. And
that's the dumbest take. And yellow makes you look fat. The dumbest take is that Trump is only running for president to stay out of jail, but he ran for president before any of these indictments happened. How do you explain that? They all came in response to him running. So she gets it the exact opposite because she also has such Trump derangement syndrome.
If you think he's been in court a lot now, wait until the general election. This summer, he is going to be on trial for the January 6 charges. He's likely going to have his former vice president testify against him, his former chief of staff. I say all this to say, in any traditional environment, that would mean that the general election would be a landslide for Joe Biden. But right now, this is 50-50 head-to-head.
Well, that's why we're on it on a regular basis.
Very much
yeah, so happy that you're on it. It's The View to the rescue. They refuse to tell you is that the reason why all of this stuff is happening to Trump is because he's running and the people know it now. So that's why Biden does not get an advantage for Trump being tied up in lawsuits. Trump doesn't have to campaign. This is the campaign, which is Democrats trying to tie him up in court cases. They pretend like this is a neutral event. It is pure politics. And the people know it.
10 months from now, you could have the first... 10 months from now, you could have the first ever convicted felon being elected president.
Well, can I just say one?
He will be convicted as a felon unless the Supreme Court steps in, and he will win the presidency. Why? It's not because Americans love felons, you moron.
It's so important. That's why it's so important for us to make sure that he is ineligible to become president.
Oh, wait, what? You have to make him ineligible?
Because he is ineligible to become president.
Oh, I forgot. He is ineligible. No, she just gave away their whole agenda. Guys, he's eligible, but we have to make him ineligible.
That's going to ultimately be decided by the Supreme Court, including somebody like Clarence Thomas.
That's a fact, Supreme Court, baby. I hope he weighs in and gets Trump off the hook, because that at least is justice. Then we can get on with the election.
Yo, there we have you guys, coming from our friend Doug in Exile. Definitely going to be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. For those of you who want to go over there and check that out, also for you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug some love. Oh my goodness, you guys. These folks on The View, these View hosts are so ill with that Trump derangement syndrome, guys. Joy Behar and her rowdy crew have got it all wrong. I can't believe they're trying to say that Trump is only running for president because he's trying to dodge jail. Guys, he would never have been, threatened or, put in these circumstances if he wasn't running for 2024's presidency right now, guys. It's all backwards. None of these cases came until Trump announced, hey guys, I think I'm going to run for presidency in 2024. I don't know what world these guys live in, but they've got it all wrong. Trump derangement syndrome hits home, and it is very heavy, guys. It's hard to see through those blinders, as we could see through the View host right there. Sunny hosting, letting them know like, hey guys, we have to keep Trump, off that ballot. We have to do something to make sure that, he does not get into that seat in 2024, guys. They're blatantly exposing that they have some corrupt ideas that they would like to share with, the higher ups. It's probably a good thing that Sunny hosted and The View are not a part of politics, not a part of Congress, guys, because we see that they err on the side of emotion. They don't look at facts whatsoever, guys. This is what happens when you, fall ill with that Trump derangement syndrome. All of, rational thoughts goes out the window. You can't, think clearly. All you see is that, you hate this guy and he needs to go down. I thought it was so funny to see when the View host said in the upcoming months, we could potentially see our first, convicted felon in the White House as the president, guys. When all of these cases came about from the left, you guys, we all seen these cases as a response to this guy announcing he would like to run for 2024 presidency. So when Alyssa is going off and saying they're going to have the first convicted felon as a president, guys, he's only going to be a convicted felon because he is the president. He wouldn't have any of these cases behind him. I want to say they did everything short of, taking him off that ballot. But I mean, what have we seen in Colorado? What have we seen, with the Secretary of Secretary of State in Maine, guys? I mean, it's just a true banana republic, guys. Weaponizing the Department of Justice system against your political opponent in efforts to snuff him. They're trying to keep him suppressed, keep him off that ballot. It's truly disgusting to see the way they're, allowing them to play these games. The Supreme Court should have been stepped in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe they, they want to see how things play out. Maybe the left will come to their senses and, realize Trump is about to get in office. And this little game that they've been playing, this weapon they've been using on him, may come back and bite them quicker than they've thought. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts, guys. When Trump gets back in office, who do you think he's coming for first? Give me a quick little, I'll say top 3 list. Give me a top 3 list. Let me know who you think he's coming for first. Definitely going to be checking that out. Also, make sure you guys smash that like button. It does not cost a thing. Hit that like button for your boy. Also, hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on my road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next one.